Football is back in the city of Lagos. Talking about Sporting Lagos. This is indeed huge. But let's take a look at what it was like as far as the final table of the Super 8 is concerned. Teams indeed getting tickets back to the Nigeria Premier League, a glamorous league with a big question mark. Let's see what next season will indeed offer. Poco a poco, last season was indeed better. We indeed saw the amount of money clubs were getting for winning the league, unlike what we experienced years past. So right now we have teams like Kano Pillars or Sporting Lagos indeed back in the top flight of Nigerian football. And Fisayo Dairo will be joining us to indeed take a look at what Lagos State should be expecting. Well, Fisayo Dairo, it's nice to indeed have you on the program Sports Desk.
A very good evening to me, and it's always my pleasure to oblige you whenever you call.
Well, Fisayo, I can see that you indeed donning a Sporting Lagos jersey. But before I did come back to you, let's indeed take a look at what it's been like for the players, the fans, the coaching crew, as Sporting Lagos eventually secured a ticket to indeed play in the Nigerian Premier League.
The popular Onikan Waterfront Stadium, now known as the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, will again host the highest level of Nigerian club football. This follows the promotion of Sporting Lagos to the Nigeria Premier Football League (NPFL) 1 year after the last Lagos elite club, MFMFC, got relegated. Sporting qualified to play in the NPFL from the Nigeria National League (NNL) playoff in Asaba.
It's a goal! What a hit!
This is something Lagos has been craving for. At least we only have our NNL teams, NLO, but now we have a team representing or playing on the platform of Lagos in the NPFL come 2023-2024 football season.
Remodeled and reconstructed in 2020, the Mobolaji Johnson Arena Onikan is the most iconic football ground in the commercial capital of Nigeria, Lagos. But it has not hosted any top Lagos team for more than 5 years.
Mobolaji Johnson Arena Onikan is the only playing turf we have now, which will be made available to our teams, and it has always been made available. So Sporting FC qualify for NPL will be an issue. There will always be a facility for them, for all football-loving fans of Lagos State to come around to share them up towards success.
It is hoped that the new Premier League team in Lagos will sustain the legacy and status of the state for club football and not go the way of other teams before them.
This is a team that needs all our support to ensure they don't only stay in NPFL, but at the same time they qualify for continental match tournament.
We don't expect Lagos not to have any Premiership club. But now that those people that consigns are into the system, everything will come back again.
With the coming of Sporting Lagos, then it's a welcome development. We appreciate it. That means we will see all the best teams coming to Lagos, and the Lagos fans also have the feel of NPFL.
Exactly 1 year after the relegation of MFMFC from the Nigeria Premier Football League, top flight club football action is set to return to Nigeria's biggest city with the promotion of relatively new side, Sporting Lagos, from the NNL. Fans can now look forward to the euphoria of top flight football action of the Nigeria Premier League in Lagos. Solomon Ajiziogu, TVC News, Lagos.
Well, if you've just tuned in, you're watching the program Sports Desk, and let's take a look at Sports in Lagos. Fisayo Dairo is still standing by. Well, Fisayo, quickly, let's take a look at what Sporting coming to the Premier League means for football fans in Lagos State.
Well, it is very huge, in so many facets. If you look at it from the ownership angle of the club, it's very huge because it's a proper private investor ownership, which we have always clamored for in Nigerian football. And then talking about the city, starting from the name of the club, when the club was founded just over a year ago, I think it was very smart of the owners to consider that name Sporting Lagos. Every Lagosian automatically associates with the club. The former club based in Lagos was a church club. So whether we like it or not, it only bears the name MFMFC based in Lagos. But this club is called Sporting Lagos. So you could see the reaction. Footballers based in Lagos, celebrities based in Lagos, they're already associating with the club. And coupled with the kind of work they've done when they were in the NNL, that's this season, it's huge, really. And I've been to major cities in Africa, and you see a number of facilities, you see numerous amount of football clubs, even in the top flights. But Lagos, I've always struggled to have a stranglehold of it. Now with Sporting Lagos, the fans can dream again. Not only do they have a club they can associate with, but of course they have a club that is open for them to come into. As we're talking, as we're speaking, Sporting Lagos have a number of sponsors, which means other private companies in Lagos can always say, we are coming on board. This is ours. And I saw one billboard in Lagos, an electronic billboard in Lagos, a company already congratulating them. That is exactly what I'm talking about. So it is very, very huge for Lagosians at the moment.
Well, let's take a look at some expectations at this stage. Starting with the business angle, we know how difficult it's been for private investors to indeed put their money into football in Nigeria over the years. The few successes we've had has always been majorly from government support. 2003, 2004, the success story of Enyimba Football Club is indeed purely an example, and it was during the reign of Jules Okalu that the Abia State team broke the jinx of indeed buying a player for as much as ₦1 million. But with Sporting Lagos, what do you expect? Competitiveness on the pitch, the business side in terms of growth, buying players, and probably getting to the zenith of representing Nigeria on the continent?
We want a combination of all. And I'm sure the owners of the club are looking towards that. Now, when you talk about competitiveness, yes. Sadly, football, especially Nigerian football, success success means a lot for football clubs in Nigeria to thrive. Look at MFMFC, they were once celebrated. They got as high as second spot in the NPFL in 2017. But once they got relegated, they went straight into oblivion. So first, Sporting Lagos have to be very competitive in the NPFL, because the more competitive they are, the more they keep playing games in Lagos. Good to hear that their owner is already building a stadium which is going to be completed within the next 1 year, and in the island side of Lagos. So that is a serious owner, and if they can get to play as much games in Nigeria's top flight as possible, they get to attract as many fans as possible. And then, so that culminates in that part you talked about, representing Nigeria on the continent. I was overhearing somewhere that the owner has mapped up a 3-year plan. The first year, stay in the top flight. And the second year, we can aspire to be in the continental frame. And then the third year, they can aspire to win the league. All these will require capital. But I'm under no illusions that the owner is capable. And when you look at the companies coming on board to the club, and the ones they are capable of attracting, now that they're going to be playing in the highest peak of Nigerian football, you can only but expect the best things for Sporting Lagos. Because, like I said earlier, it's a club that everyone wants to associate with. I think the club has an enabling environment for private investors to come in. As we're speaking, they have Clasher as their shirt sponsor. They have a number of them. I can't. Yes, so I think that is enough. That environment is enough for a lot of private companies in Lagos that have run away over the years that you talked about. Many people thought it's only the state government that can do it. But clubs like Sporting Lagos, to an extent, Remo Stars, will now be telling us that this thing is also possible for the private clubs to hack. Because the more these private clubs come into it, the more they chase the government clubs out of it.
All right.
Because whether I realize
Fisayo Dairo. Well, I must say very big thank you. Fisayo indeed already identifying what Sporting Lagos is based in Lagos. Happy that there is a team in the Premier League in Lagos, and indeed I can see him done the jersey of Sporting Lagos. I must say a very big thank you for Fisayo Dairo, and then for fans in the city of Lagos. If you are in K2, if you are in Ajah, anywhere you are, definitely you should always watch Sporting Lagos in the Premier League. Well, if